A very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to explore simulator, which is widely used for digital electronic subject. Many times it is also known as digital logic design or digital circuit design. It is design based subject, and if you are able to understand this subject by doing some simulation, or you will have some graphical idea about inputs and outputs, then it will be very easy to grasp the content of this subject. And you can also do many experiments related to the subjects using this simulator. So that's why we choose this simulator for this today's topic. It is freeware, and you can download it from the website. It's called www.digitalelectronicsdits.com, and you can see that on the screen. Let me repeat, it's www.digitalelectronicsdits.com. You can note it down, and you can easily download it from this website. Once you open this website, it will look like this. Let me show you the exact scenario that how it will look like. So once you open this URL, it will look like this one, right? And this simulator is having 3 more packages, right? That we'll discuss later on, but right now we are just focusing on digital circuit simulation. So here you need to go like this simulator. So if you click on this one, it will explain, as I said, it will explain these 3 packages. It's digital circuit simulator. You can also work regarding FSM, finite state machine simulation, and also you can work with microcomputer emulator. But in this video series, we are just discussing about basic digital circuit simulator. And so from here you can download it. Right. This zip package for Windows 25 MB. It is also suitable for Linux and other operating systems. If you want to just get an idea about the detailed features of this software, then you can go here, what is DITS, right? And all the features that is explained here, right? It is also working well with the FPGA programming and testing. Right, but one warning is also given, like it is working regarding, you can do the operations regarding FPGA if you are working with the Windows. Some note is given somewhere. Yes, here it is. So if you are dealing with the Windows, then there is no any problem. You can work with the VHDL code also. So once you download it, once you download this package and once you install the simulator, it will look like this one. Just a minute. So you will have 3 packages. Once you install this one, you will have 3 packages, but you need to go to the digital circuit simulator, and once you open it, it will look like this one, as you can see on the screen. It's very simple and very user friendly to use it, as I said. And this is your work area where you have to work, where you have to do the simulator. Different logic gates are given. You can click on this one. Say for example, this shows the inverter or buffer, AND gate. You will have variety of AND gates like 2 input, 3 input, and more. Similarly, NAND gate, NOR gate, and all basic gates are given. Decoders and encoders ready-made packages are also given like this one. You can also explore multiplexer, demultiplexer, and other logic family tools and circuits. For example, if you want to do some experiment, right? So let's start with the very basic so that you will have an idea how we can use the simulator. For example, if you want to verify the truth table of AND gate, you just need to single click on this one. Just single click this one. It will look like this. Just click on that. You can click multiple times to get multiple logic gates. And if you click just right click single once time, it will rotate the thing. And again, if you click left, it will place the gate. Again, if you click right click, it will rotate, right? And now if you don't want to use this gate anymore, you can click escape, right? And if you want to delete these gates, logic gates, for example, just select this one and click delete. It will be deleted. Now here, to verify the truth table of NOT gate, you require some inputs and some outputs, right? So you need to give one input. This is for input. You can give any kind of input like switch or push button switch, or DIP switch is also available, 4-bit, 8-bit, 8-bit, and many more. You can also give a clock generator. So, and continuous low, continuous high signal also you can give as an input. So right now I'm using one single switch. You can give the label if you want, and initial level also you can select from here and just take this one. As you can see here, we got one input, and we gave the name labeled as an input, so it is coming here, right? And now you need to take one output. You can get an output like this. It shows 1-bit output. You can also connect the LED, like for example, let's do it both. Let's select one output, label is output, and just select it. And let's take one LED also. So if the output is high, then LED will glow. Right now we need to connect these wires. So as you can see, you can get the wire from here. Just single click on the wire, it will show the symbol like cross mark. Now you need to just connect these 2 points. So it's very simple. Just do the single click here, right? And another click where you want to join this wire. That's it. But this wire will be connected all time. So if you don't want to use this wire anymore, just click the right click, and that's it. So it's very simple like this. You can do like this, right? Now it's connected. Now you don't want to use this wire anymore, just click the right click. That's it. So it's very simple. Again, if it's time to execute the code, right? So run button is given here. So start the simulator or start animation. So once you start this one, it will ask to save this file. So just save this file. Right now I'm using on the desktop, but you can use it anywhere where you want. Now, as we all know, this is the inverter or NOT gate. It is converting your input, or if 0 is given, low signal is given, then it will give the output high, and if high is given as an input, it will give low output. So right now 0 is given, you are getting output 1 and LED is on. Similarly, if you click here, it will become from 0 to 1 input, and accordingly your output is changed. So you can verify the truth table of NOT gate. It's very simple, very easily like this. So let me demonstrate one more gate, and very quickly. If you do this kind of experiment, then it will be very easy. So better to use the simulators so that you will have good practice. And like this, the last connection that we need to get output connected. Now it's time to execute the code. Let's focus on this circuit, right? AND gate truth table verification. As we all know, for the AND gate, when both the inputs are high, or you can say when all the inputs are high, then and then output is high. Otherwise, for all the other combinations of input, output is low. For example, if both the inputs are 0, the output is 0. If one input is 0, another input is 1, the output is 0. If this is 1, this is 0, the output is 0. If all the inputs are high, then and then output is high. So this is how you can verify your truth table of any gates like this, and you can choose any gate like this. So this is a very basic things about DIT simulator that we discuss about. Right. Similarly, you can also give clock generator instead of switch. Let's delete this one. Right, and now this time I would like to give the input as a clock generator. So now here you can set the clock frequency, right, or you can say time period. Initial level also you can set like low or high, and just click on this one. Now I would like to connect these two things. Make sure this wire should be connected well, and it should having a green color. Many times students don't connect the wire properly, and because of that one execution doesn't occur, and you are not getting the output as per your desire. So better you connect the wires properly before you run the code or simulator. So let's start the simulator. Now if you want to see the waveforms timing diagram, you can check it from here. Right? Here it shows the timing diagram, and this is the duration between red line and blue line. It shows the time duration, right, where you can see your input signal state diagram, or you can say timing diagram, and the output. So when you click here, you will get the output for this time duration. It will show the output like this. So when your input is low, the output is high. When the clock is high, the output is low. Similarly, you can check it for another cycle and next cycle and so on once you click on this one. So in this manner, you can do the detailed analysis of your circuit in terms of your timing diagram as well. Let me close this one. And here you might have a question that why you are getting continuous one, because it's the frequency is very high, and that's why you are unable to see the continuous output high. So you can change the parameter from here. And you can change the timing, and this is how you can verify all these things as per your desired input frequency or clock frequency. Now, for example, if you want to use a multiplexer, right, ready-made multiplexer. So let's discuss about 2x1 multiplexer. And for multiplexer, you let's 2x1 multiplexer is there, so it will have two inputs. Say for example, I0 is one of the input, and let's talk about another input, I1. Right, so input 0 and input 1 are the inputs, and let's give as a selection line S0, and it's time to connecting all these wires. So just click these wires, and you require one output. Labels will be helpful to you if you are dealing with the complex and very dense circuit. So at that time, it's better to give the proper labeling, right, so that you don't get confused. Okay, the connection is done. Now it's time to verify the truth table for this multiplexer. So as we know the working principle of multiplexer, it's 2x1, so two inputs, one output, and you have one selection line. If selection line is S0, then whatever input you give as I0, that will be reflected as output. If you give 1, you will get output 1. If you get 0, you will get output 0. Doesn't matter what is the value of another input line. Right? When you make this selection line high, that means this another selection line will be selected. That means whatever input or whatever data that is given to your I1, that will be reflected at output side. You can see if I change the input I1, then I am getting the same changes accordingly at my output side. And no matter if I change any value in another input. So we all know all this functionality of multiplexer. It's very easy to cross verify the truth table of multiplexer as well.